Yo, Wagwan, we're back with another video for your head tops, and of course, I've got more Jujutsu Kaisen Cursed Clash content for you. Before we get stuck into today's video, I just want to say big up to everyone who's been tuning into my JJK videos, liking, leaving comments, and most of all, subscribing. You lot are the real ones, I promise. If you've watched more than one of my videos and you ain't pressed the subscribe button yet, just know that your mum is a hoe. She's a J-bag, she gives up to the man them on the corners. So go and press that subscribe button right now, otherwise you have to look your mum in the eye after watching this video, knowing that you've indirectly called her a hoe. Either way, we hit the goal of 3,000 subscribers on the channel, and like I promised, we have some new gameplay to cover. And it only makes sense for this video to go over the strongest sorcerer, Gojo Satoru. We'll be doing his character breakdown, looking at new JJK scans, and also go over some new exclusive gameplay. We also got some tweets from the official JJK Cursed Clash account that actually confirmed some things for us, so we're gonna go over those as well. Without further ado, let's get into the action. We got some huge confirmations via the JJK Cursed Clash official Twitter, which I translated, so be sure to go follow me on Twitter or X or whatever the people are calling it these days, because I post on there regularly and you can be the first to know if there's any news. So here's a quick overview of what they tweeted. We got official confirmation that there will not be crossplay, so RIP if you're an Xbox player, because their player base for any game that's not on Game Pass is always low. However, they did say that there would be cross-generation compatibility, so if you play on PS5 you can play against your friends that play on PS4. They also confirmed that there is no local play supported. You will need an internet connection if you want to play with your friends. Those who watch my Nabara breakdown video would already know this, but the baseball minigame actually does have local play, so you can play with another person in your own house, just not on JJK Cursed Clash. This next tweet, they let you know that you can upgrade your PS4 version of the game to PS5. They haven't said if it is free or not, but right now I would assume that it is free to do, and this is the same for Xbox. I don't know the versions of Xbox, but yeah, you Xbox Donnies know about that. And the biggest confirmation we got from them was that lobbies will be a thing, so you can invite your friend and play with them, which is way better than Storm connections already. I'm just gonna say it right now. I know you're not meant to compare games and blah blah blah, but yeah, Storm without lobbies and invites, big L. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think I'd be celebrating us having lobbies and the ability to invite friends, but Storm set the bar so low. I was worried that we may not get the lobby feature, but this is great news. Now we just need to hope that there's a spectator mode so that creating tournaments for this game won't be a hassle. We also got some scans of new costumes coming to JJK Cursed Clash. In the scan, we see Yuji and Todo in their Jujutsu High costumes. Yuji looks like he's got a variation to his, where his like buttons are undone and his hoodie's a bit more exposed. And we also get to see the curses in some outfits as well, which is nuts. Jogo has his school uniform, and so does Mahito and Hanami. There's also a casual Gojo, a casual Yuji, and Nanami in what looks like a business suit. Why is this brother always in church garms, fam? The brother's always in suits and ties and church shoes. Somebody let me know. Like I mentioned in my previous videos, this game has a lot of cool customizations, so you can really make your character unique to your preferences. Because this is a Gojo video, I've had a look at some other costumes we could potentially see in the game. So the students have their anime ending theme costume, and it's only right that Gojo gets his version in the game too. This has already been confirmed in case you didn't know. This one might be my main Gojo costume because he looks drippy. We may also see Gojo's outfit from the baseball game where he's wearing a white shirt and sunglasses, and another outfit we could see in the game could be Gojo's beach outfit from when he was a student, as well as his actual student outfit where he has the sunglasses on and he looks kind of cool. So Nanami might be in my thumbnail right now, so I thought let me look at Nanami's costumes too. So we might get Nanami without his suit jacket. You know, when he goes on a rampage, he doesn't want to get his jacket dirty, so he takes it off and then starts moving nuts. We also might get to see Nanami as a student when he's got that quiff thing. I don't know what he was doing as a student, but he needs to change up his drip ASAP. Comment down below and let me know which of these outfits I've mentioned have been one of your favorites. Now let's get into the character breakdown. Satoru Gojo is an all-range character. This means he's good up close and good from afar. He's a relatively easy to use character once you understand his abilities. His curse technique is called Limitless, and this basically means he has an insane amount of cursed energy. He is known as the strongest Jujutsu sorcerer and wears blindfolds to hide his blue eyes. In Gojo's intro cutscene, he actually tells you to shush and get ready for the fight by cracking his knuckles and taunting the opponent. We also get to see a unique intro cutscene with Gojo and Nanami, where Gojo's clowning around and Nanami's acting all serious. You know, the typical good cop bad cop. So far, this is the only unique interaction we have seen for Gojo. Let's take a look at some of Gojo's techniques. He has 7 bars of cursed energy, so you have to really put the work in if you actually want to level him up. Utilizing his auto combo every chance you get so that you can get to those higher levels as soon as possible. At level 1, Gojo can use his red or blue technique. We'll start with his blue technique. This attack costs 1 bar of cursed energy to use, and you can manually control where you fire off Gojo's blue. This attack does a small amount of damage if it connects and can also restrict the opponent's movement. Gojo's red technique requires 2 bars of cursed meter to activate, and it is a strong projectile but can only be fired in a straight line. If this move hits the opponent, it pushes them back, giving Gojo enough room and space to power up more attacks. Because this move has poor tracking, it is actually quite easy to dodge. At level 3, Gojo unlocks the power of purple. This is a fusion of his red and blue attack. This creates a huge orb which has better tracking than his red move that will completely annihilate anyone that's in his way. Although Gojo is one of the strongest characters in the game, he has a glaring weakness, and that is that he needs to charge all of his attacks before he can actually use them. This means if you just constantly press Gojo, he probably won't have enough time to actually fire off his moves because he's continually charging. Gojo has a unique gimmick which grants him purple super armor. Basically, he has this purple aura on him that makes him invulnerable to attacks. He has a little meter on the left of his HUD that can be charged up when he has enough cursed energy, and he can convert that into super armor. Be wary though, anytime he uses this super armor, he loses cursed energy meter and levels. It looks like he can stack 4 of these super armors, but it comes at a cost and could reduce your cursed energy from level 3 all the way back down to level 1. When Gojo maxes out his cursed energy meter, he can unlock the use of his domain expansion. This is called Unlimited Void. Basically, Gojo brings his opponent and his teammates into his limitless technique, which sends an unlimited amount of information through them and overwhelms and stuns them. This makes them useless for a short amount of time. This domain expansion is different to Mahito and Jogo's because you don't actually get to fight in this domain. Rather, you are taken there and then returned back to reality and continue to fight in whatever map you are in. Remember, this technique also stuns your teammates, and once the domain has finished, Gojo's cursed energy meter is depleted for a short amount of time. However, I don't know if this is a glitch or not, but he can in fact actually deal damage even if his cursed meter is empty while the opponent is stunned. We've only gotten to see Gojo's solo animation for his joint attack, and basically he teleports behind the opponent and kicks them far away. After that, just to take the piss, he teleports again while smiling and then bangs man straight in his face into the ground. I wonder what other cool unique animations Gojo will have in his joint attack. Maybe he might have one with Geto if Geto is actually in the game. But you lot comment down below and let me know who Gojo should have a unique attack animation with. Alright, if you've made it this far into the video, you're a real G. Because of that, I got some new exclusive Gojo gameplay of him having a fight against Megumi and Yuji. But before we get into that, I need you to do me a favor and go and press the subscribe button right now. The next goal on the channel is 5k subs, so every subscriber helps, and the statistics show that if you haven't pressed the subscribe button but you're watching my videos, then more than likely your mum is a hoe. Now that you've subscribed, let's get into the new gameplay. So we start off with Gojo in beef with Megumi. He lets off a blue attack with precise aim and actually stops Megumi from approaching. Megumi uses one of his extraction techniques and manages to send Gojo flying across the map. One of Gojo's unique gimmicks is that he can hover in the air when he holds the X button. As you can see in this level, the trees are actually destructible, and Megumi is trying his hardest to stuff Gojo's attempts at attacking. His Shikigami are actually quite peak and they're troublesome to deal with because some of them can just pop up right behind you and you won't even know. So it depends which one he's using. They are very tough to deal with. They can surprise attack you. You're gonna see here after Gojo does his auto combo that he's gonna charge up his red to like the maximum, and look how much damage it does to Megumi. Like, it's actually disgusting. If you give Gojo space, he will punish you. The knockback on this move is crazy and it does so much damage. I realized up until this point I didn't have to say the name Megumi, and now you lot are gonna hear me say Megumi quite a lot, so allow me. As you saw there as well, Megumi whiffed with his frog Shikigami and then the wolf one came out straight away, so there's not much delay when he misses an attack. Like, he can quickly convert from Shikigami to Shikigami. At this point, Gojo's just trying to level up to get to the maximum amount of cursed energy so that he can get off his domain expansion. But you're gonna see how annoying Megumi is with his Shikigami. The frog's tongue has range on it, and I swear you think you're out of range and it just grabs you and pulls you, bruv. It's peak. Don't forget about that wolf as well. That wolf be hunting you down, bro. You think you're safe? Hell no. I actually want you guys to count how many times Gojo's domain expansion gets stuffed by the opposing team. Leave a comment down below with the frog emoji so I know. You can see Gojo keeps trying to get his domain expansion off, but Megumi's just being so annoying that he can't get it off. So he's gonna run away, try and use one of his techniques to actually hold Megumi back for a bit, and hopefully that can work out for him. So we're gonna see him use the blue technique here, and it actually holds Megumi back for a little bit, but Gojo doesn't have enough time to get that domain expansion off. So he's trying to keep that distance, but as you can see, the Shikigami slaps him across the map with no remorse. So if you're wondering why now Gojo isn't using his domain expansion where no one's around him, I actually do think there's a limit on the domain expansion. So you need to be within a certain range to actually get it off. And again, as you can see, Megumi said, nah, bro, I'm not allowing it. If anything, this just highlights how hard it is to actually get a domain expansion off. So you gotta be quite calculated with when you're using it. At this point, Gojo's had enough. So you're gonna see Gojo use the super armor gimmick here, but not realizing that it actually depletes the cursed energy meter. So here you're gonna see one of Gojo's glaring weaknesses. He tries to use the blue move in front of Megumi, and Megumi says, nah, bro, I'm not letting that fly. Because he has to charge up his moves, he doesn't get the full move off before Megumi can interrupt him. So you need to be careful when using certain moves in close proximity. So now that Gojo doesn't have maximum cursed energy, he's doing that song and dance again of using auto combo to try and maximize his cursed energy. This time he tries to go fight Yuji, and Yuji's on some different smoke. I'll be honest, that guy's like, nah, bro. So you're gonna see how quick Yuji is. Like, look how easily he's getting away from Gojo, who's just throwing out extraction techniques, which are very easy to dodge if you just throw them out randomly like that. Honestly, Yuji sent Gojo to the shops, and then he went and goes to bang up his teammate with a joint attack. Like, this is just disrespectful in all honesty. So if you see my previous video, you would have seen this joint attack in a Yuji breakdown video, and these man just, yeah, basically throw hands, punch man up. The wolf gets a little punch in as well, and yeah, after that, Yuji is slumped. So now Gojo's teammate is 1 HP. He still hasn't got enough max energy to get the domain expansion off. He's still trying to search and fight. Will he actually be able to get the domain expansion? That is the question. He manages to get a surprise attack off on Yuji and then gets maximum cursed energy. Is this the chance where he gets his domain expansion off? If Yuji has anything to say about it, then it's definitely not. As you can see, he sends him flying again across the map, and Yuji's on smoke. We're down to the last minute now, and if this was Nanami, he would be getting a nice cursed energy buff increase. But this is Gojo, and Gojo takes a while to charge up his moves and his energy. So that is why I said that could be one of his weaknesses. If you just press him and constantly attack him, he can't get off most of his powerful moves. Yuji on his team has actually been doing pretty well for 1 HP. He just gets another KO there, and he also manages to combo off of Gojo's attack for a joint attack here. And this is Yuji's joint attack, which we've seen a few times in some of my previous videos. And if you haven't seen it before, well, here you go. We get to see Yuji charging up his cursed energy to the maximum, and then he sends a sick bang into man's chest and sends him flying across the map. There's less than 40 seconds left in the match. Will Gojo get his domain expansion off? No, oh my days, bruv. Yuji's just onto him. This is why you gotta do domain expansion in a safe place, bruv, because everyone will just try and interrupt you as soon as they see that bar going down in the bottom. And just in the nick of time, Gojo gets off his domain expansion, Infinite Void, and he sends everybody to the gulag, even his teammate. So all the characters that are not Gojo will be stunned after this domain expansion. Even if the other team had a Gojo, he should be stunned as well. So after the cutscene, everyone will be stunned for a short period of time, and that is the best time to attack. As we saw earlier, Gojo can actually do damage after using his domain expansion, even if his bar is depleted. So if you've made it this far into the video, you're about to see something cool here, so make sure you pay attention. We get to see Yuji doing his joint attack again with Gojo, but this time after he connects, you're gonna see that it gives you a special message to say that you've won the match with a joint finishing attack. It's a cool little addition to the game, and we also get to see the ending cutscene where Gojo does have his blindfold off. Yuji gets the MVP because he got the most kills. If you made it this far into the video, then press that like button for me. If we hit the like goal, which will be pinned in the comments below, then I'll get more character breakdowns uploaded on the channel. Also, let me know what other characters you want me to cover. Whoever's comment gets the most likes is the next character that I'll be doing a breakdown for, so make sure to subscribe so I can hit my subscriber goal of 5k subs, and also check out my other JJK videos right here.